Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for August 14th to the 20th. This is for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Capricorn. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, Capricorn, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Capricorn, here we are. This is the week. The big week, the new moon in Leo. But before we even get to that, we need to address what's happening on Tuesday. All right, this is the sun squaring Uranus. Okay, this is going to be a challenging aspect. I talked about this in my monthly forecast. This is I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be something for you. Well, you have to look at where the sun's at and where Uranus is at. So the sun is in Leo right now, and for you that is your 8th house. You are going through transformation. The 8th house is all about death and rebirth, cycles, transformation, but it's also secrets. So where's Uranus? Uranus is in your 5th house, all right? The house of pleasure, love, romance, family, children. So the sun squaring Uranus, all right? This is, again, challenging aspect that's happening. The peak is on Tuesday, so you may feel it a few days before, you may feel it a few days after, but looking at what's going on for y'all, there could be something, because Uranus is a planet of surprises, like the unexpected. You could hear some surprising news or something that you weren't expecting, or something that happens that was just really unexpected. But there could be something that has to do with this transformation you're going through, maybe this new beginning. If you even consider your last reading, you are going through some transformation. You're going through some new beginnings that are starting to kickstart in your life. So there could be some sort of something that happens around this time. Again, it really could be something that you also hear, like a secret, maybe from one of your children, maybe from, you know, your like family, or even like your lover. But even still, keep that in mind. Now, what's really interesting is what happens the next day. Well, the next day we have that new moon in Leo, which is it again in your 8th house. Okay, it's you know, Venus is also retrograde in Leo, but it's in your 8th house of transformation. Okay, a lot of it's a very interesting new moon. New moons bring new beginnings, new opportunities. Even it's the kicking off a new cycle. And so remember, again, thinking about your last reading, this is what we've ramped up to. Okay, now what makes this new moon really special and interesting is that Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter are forming this brigade, this beautiful trine. Very supportive, okay? Very supportive, all right? And so this is what's happening is, I said this in your monthly forecast, you're Beyonce right now, all right? Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter are your backup singers. You have a lot of support. They've got your back, all right? Now on the same day, on Wednesday, Mars is trining Uranus. That's right, you heard me right. We are going from the sun squaring Uranus to literally the next day to Mars trining Uranus. Whoa. This is huge. This is really big, okay? Mars trining Uranus. We already had, what was it? Mars trining Jupiter last week, which was amazing. You know, these trines are very auspicious. They're very harmonious and supportive and really beautiful, okay? And so it is a great aspect that's happening on this day. And what this trine is, this is really, again, about breakthroughs. It's about freedom. It's about breaking from restrictions, even restrictions that you've put on yourself. If you have put any, it's like a sense of feeling free. Okay, it's also a time to be really daring. You may just you'll feel it, just breaking free. Okay, what is it called? I can't even jailbreak. It's like jailbreak. Okay. So keep that in mind. It's really, really, really huge. Now, Mars trining Uranus only happens once a year. So really take advantage of this. Mars is a planet of action. It's a planet of drive. It's the go, go, go planet. But it is in your ninth house. And so this is what's happening, okay? Not Mars is in Virgo right now. So is Mercury. Now, after the new moon, the moon is actually moving into Virgo too for the rest of the week, okay? Until Saturday. So we have Mars, Mercury, and the moon in Virgo. That's a lot of activity in your ninth house. Really big, okay? Ninth house is spirituality. It's your belief system. It's your philosophies. So when I say like freedom, breaking free from restrictions, like you will possibly, like maybe there's a certain perspective that you just, it's like you, new perspective, okay, new beginning. It's also the ninth house does rule long distance travel, so there you could have like this crazy eagle eye on planning some big trip right now, a spiritual journey even, that could be a thing, because ninth house is spirituality, but it's also publishing. There could be some, like, I mean, if you're writing a book right now, thinking about starting a website, if you're a writer in any sort of capacity, magazine writer or whatnot, I mean, you are really, really laser focused on this, okay? Really eagle eyeing it. So you will be very productive, okay? You will be absolutely very productive. But remember, this new moon in Leo is really big. It's a little interesting coming after the sun squaring Uranus, going straight to Mars trine in Uranus. It could go either way. We're going to see how the cards fall here. But let's go ahead and get started. Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you. August 14th to the 20th. Again, this is for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. If you know your birth chart, and if you want to read for your Venus, your Moon, all those other placements, you are absolutely welcome to. Especially because Venus is obviously very active, and with the Moon in Virgo, that's, I mean, come on. That's three, Moon, Mercury, and Mars in Virgo. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Capricorn, see what's going on for you. All right. Now, Capricorn, you know that, well, two things. I do a traditional call to cross spread. It really brings the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. And for this week with the new moon in Leo, I am gonna do some clarifiers for you. All right, I'm definitely gonna do some. Secondly, you'll notice that I got a new mic, and it is a big mic. I do a weekly community post every Sunday, and I know not everybody reads it, but so that's why I'm just gonna say it in this weekly reading. I do have a full-time job, and so I do your readings after my job, and I'm on Zoom calls all day. So by the time I do your readings, I start losing my voice, and I know I've been getting a lot of comments about some of y'all not being able to hear me very well. So it really is just my voice is basically gone, but I went ahead and just got a new mic anyway. So hopefully you can hear me a lot better now. Like there was no way I could position the camera where you couldn't see it. So, but even still, I hope you can hear me better now. Okay, so Capricorn, let's get started. Oh. Okay, you're good, but you're going to have to do some work. All right? You're good, but you're going to have to do some work. And there's going to be a moment where you're just going to have to you're going to have to do the hand to the face, okay? We're going to talk about that. Now, let's get started. You got the 401s. Good for you. I love that. I love the fact that you got the 401s. This card is all about celebration. It's all about milestones. Came up in your past, so there could have been something that you celebrated, something that was really nice. If you think about your last reading, you did have stellar reading, okay? It was a wonderful reading, so I'm not surprised, all right? Not surprised. Big milestone energy here. Think like maybe, proposals, or, you were presented a contract, maybe like got an offer for a new job, maybe you were, found out you were having a baby, or someone in your family was having a baby. Think like milestones, right? That's what this card is. And so I absolutely love that for you. Ask yourself, where does that fall? It could just, also be like a lot of stuff happening within family as well. That's a big energy coming through. Actually, and if you do want to consider it, remember the nodal shifts that happened last month. Your North Node moving into your fourth house, okay, which is your domestic sector. So it's relationships, family, children, parents, or whatnot. But and the only reason I bring that up is this card is attributed to Venus in Aries, all right, and so the North Node moved into Aries, all right. So, but even still, this card has a lot of like domestic connotations to it anyway. So I already love the alignment that's happening, but wow, hello. There you go. You got the Nine of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. I mean, Capricorn, you're good. You're okay. Come on. The Nine of Pentacles. What's it like? So what I said earlier with Mars trining Uranus, remember how I said it's all about that freedom, breaking free from restrictions, that liberation, really just, even being daring with the things that you do now, taking those risks, taking big risks. But either way, I mean, you just got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? And this is all about independence, especially like financial independence, financial freedom, not having to worry about money. This is feeling like a lot of abundance. Let's get that clear. A lot of abundance. Now, remember what I said with Venus in Leo is in your 8th house. Look at her. Look at her gown. The symbol of Venus all over her gown. Right? So Venus in Leo is a big thing for you right now, okay? Especially during the week of the new moon in Leo. And so remember, that's your 8th house. So I said it's transformation, all right? It's also other people's resources and money, okay? So it could be inheritance. Could be a big thing, okay? That could be something that you're celebrating, like inheritance, or have celebrated. It's also bonuses, commissions, something that you could have celebrated. It's also investments, like to keep that in mind. Also, like your partner could have gotten like a big raise or whatnot. That could be a thing, but even still, that is a huge harvest there. This is great, okay? And this is showing that you've earned your spot here, all right? She worked her way up to sit in this gorgeous, abundant garden. Look at her harvest. Come on. Look at her harvest. And she is, she's in a good place. Let's keep it that way. She's in a good place. So this card really is all about abundance. It's especially with money and wealth. And wealth comes in a lot of different forms. So even if you're not here for money, if you're not here for a money spread, remember the symbol of Venus all over her gown. What does Venus represent? Not only money, but love and sex and creativity. And also the 8th house does rule sex, okay? So hey, you're in it to win it. This is great. In the heart of your spread. So this is like the headline news of the week. Now, you did get the Wheel of Fortune in your challenge area. Very interesting, because remember where all my readings are continuation from the week before, okay? You know that, right? That's especially like because that's what life is. It's one long journey, okay? And so every week it's a continuation from the last week, all right? And so I know not a lot of readers do that, but I have the astrology, so that's why I do the continuation part. But even still, this was in your final outcome last time, right? So there's this big change happening in your life, all right? Now, it came in your challenge area. So some of y'all this week may not feel that you are, it's almost like the big message is like, there could be a moment this week where you feel like, oh man, the universe is really not on my side. The universe is out to get me. And it really is that Sun squaring Uranus part that something may happen where it's just like you are going to have a moment where you feel like, oh, the other thing is that there is almost like this there is changes happening in your life, but some of it just may be delayed. Okay, there's some of it just may be delayed. Keep that in mind. Remember, half the solar system is retrograde. Next week, Mercury goes retrograde. Okay, Uranus goes retrograde. So basically, the entire solar system is going to be napping. All right, and so when these planets are retrograde, we don't get their full powers. Right. So it really is a time to just be patient and spend this time to reassess things in your life right now, even about moving forward into your future. But again, there could be something where it's just like you do have a moment, and it's not, and you're gonna, but let it pass, because come on, you have the nine of. And you have the Nine of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. But I think I know what it is. We're going to get to that. And I'm sure you see it here too. We're going to get to that. But before we even do, hello, you got the Nine of Cups in your crown. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that you have an amazing reading? Because have I shown you that you did get the King of Cups as well? I mean, oh my goodness. So what's really interesting here is that, well, the Nine of Cups, I love the fact that you got the Nine of Cups. This is a card of satisfaction. I call it the genie in a bottle energy, because it is the wish come true card. You can even see the man sitting here. It looks like a genie, right? The way that he's sitting. Now, here's the thing. It's come up in your crown. So there is some things that you're wishing for, things that you're hoping for. There is this sense of things going your way. There's almost like no roadblocks. It's almost like you are really in touch with your intuitive side, which is really good, because as you know, when you are in touch with your intuitive side, when you're aware, when you're awake, you don't have roadblocks. Okay, it's like water off a duck's back. If like the craziest things happen, you're just like, okay, no, that was meant to be. I know why. I'm keeping going in life, right? And the reason I say that is because the King of Cups is the most intuitive king to a freakishly psychic level. He is so intuitive. He has so much love to give. I love the fact that you got the Nine of Cups with the King of Cups, okay, in your crown and in the root of your spread. It's almost like this is what you want now. It's like you want to bring this emotional stability into your life with all these changes that are happening in your life, this transformation that you're feeling in your life. Some of it may be really subtle. Again, with all these planets retrograde, it could be like very subtle, but you know it's happening. A lot of y'all are feeling it, and a lot of y'all are actively pursuing it to become emotionally stable, to become on top of your emotions, to also become really, really, honestly, more intuitive, okay? Really, really going with your gut, okay? Going with your gut. That's, it's a big thing, all right? 90 to 95% of our serotonin is produced from, boom, the gut, okay? And so keep that in mind. Always just go with your intuitive side. Now, you did get the devil in your future. Very, very interesting, because Capricorn, I hope you know this, the devil is ruled by Capricorn. So you got your own card in your future. Now, what this is saying is that with Venus retrograde, remember Venus, right? All over again. With Venus retrograde right now in Leo, during the week of the new moon in Leo, there is, I've been telling you this for weeks, Venus retrograde is when there could be some things that come back into your life, okay? People that come back into your life, old bosses, former lovers, former whatevers, right? That's a big thing that happens with Venus retrograde, okay? Venus is retrograde just for a few more weeks up until September 4th. this is saying that there is something that could try to seduce you to go back to old patterns, old habits, things that you know are just like, not good for you. Okay, that's why I was talking about the face palm. Is that what it's called when you put the hand to the face? You know what? Maybe you'll even be a little bit more daring. Maybe you'll do the finger wag. You're like, nope, no, 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 no. But yeah, you want to say no to it. You want to say no to the thing that you know that is not good for you. It's not healthy for you. It is not good. It's not good for your headspace. And it's almost like the devil is taking advantage of this moment, okay? Because you see that you got no swords in your spread, right? And swords are the mental suit. It's logic. It's intellect. It's like this week, it's just like leading with your heart and feeling all this passion, feeling very emotional, going with your feelings with all the cups. And there's no swords, so it's like it's almost like Peter Panning it this week. All right, cloud nining it. Okay, and so hey, you need to put a little bit, of some brain power into this week, okay? Don't forget that you want to do the whole connection, mind, body, soul, right? A little bit, use some judgment, but that's because there's no swords here. That's why I'm saying, like, the devil sees that. It says, like, oh, I can manipulate this Capricorn right now, all right? But so you want to avoid it, okay? It could be anything from, going back to, if you were, let's say, if you were in a friends with benefits situation that you left because you knew that you wanted a real relationship, and that person came back to you and you're like, oh, yeah, well, Jupiter is in your 5th house of pleasure and procreation and sex. The new moon in Leo is in your 8th house, which rules sex. So the two parts of the zodiac wheel that's happening for you right now. Sex is a big thing for you, right? That could be happening. So you've just got to say, no, 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 no. I'm not going back to that. Okay. And it could even, I want you to ask yourself what resonates with you, what will resonate with you this week. There is going to be something that could be trying to pull you back into like the dark side. And it's something that you shouldn't be doing. And, when with Venus and Leo, all you want to do is have fun. All you want to do is, have some fun and have some love. And, especially with Jupiter also, and Uranus. Remember, Uranus is at play. They're both in your 5th house of pleasure and love and all of that. So there is going to be something like, it's almost like you're having so much fun this week. There's a lot of abundance happening. Like, things are really good. You're feeling like emotionally like really good. Very intuitive, but it's also there's something that could, the devil does represent like addictions, vices, bad behaviors, even pessimistic thinking. There could be something that happens where you're just like, and you go back to this, low energy frequency. That's what the devil wants. You want to avoid the devil, all right? And and if you can avoid that, you're good. You're in the clear. You got the Page of Cups, which, by the way, what's. Come on. Okay, just look at your last. Okay, and Page of Cups. Hey, a lot of y'all are definitely showing here that for a lot of y'all it may be relationships or lovers that you may be thinking about going back to. They could have come back in your life, or like if maybe you're going through a spell where you're single and there's an ex that somehow they liked one of your Instagram posts and you're just like but that it's just not good for you anyway. That's the thing. But the other thing is, if you can avoid this devil energy, you're in the clear. Remember, you're moving in this you're having this big transformation, and now you've got the Page of Cups. Who is this big dreamer? He's this big, he's all about creativity and passion. He's just following his bliss. That's all he wants to do is follow his bliss. But pages are the newbies in the royal court, so it is new beginnings, okay? New beginnings, there's this new something that you want that's in your future that you're going to get. And again, it is something that I feel like is going to really resonate with you, not only on an emotional level, but also up here. Okay, I think it'll get you. I think it'll get your. I think it'll bring that connection. All right, so I absolutely love that for you, and it really is again just something like what is going to bring you this joy. What is this going to bring you this sense of like what's going to fill your cup? Okay, like that's it's there in the future. There's something waiting for you if you can pass this devil energy. All right, Capricorn. Let's get to your stuff. Oh, if you like this reading, Capricorn, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from you. It really does help my channel grow too. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all really make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful and appreciative, and you are good. You're good. You gotta, you know what you gotta do? You got to not go back. Avoid that devil. Avoid that devil energy, okay? He's really taking an advantage here of the fact there are no swords. And then you see that, no swords. So really think about things this week, okay? It's okay to lead with your heart, but you got to ask yourself, like, do I have a better head or do I have a better heart? Okay. And then make that balance and make that adjustment. But bring a little bit of thought into the things that you do this week, because you did get the Five of Pentacles. Now, what this is saying, the biggest energy that's coming for me is that there is this sense of almost like a lot of Capricorns may feel a little bit the reason why the devils come up, basically, is because things are good in a lot of different areas of your life. But maybe when it comes to love or even career, or even like something that has to do with money or family, you could feel that you feel like lonely in some sense, okay? And that's why you want to go back to it. So it could be even like, the reason why I mentioned career is because, it is the Five of Pentacles. And so it could be like maybe right now you're not happy with the work that you're in, and you get a call from your former boss saying, hey, come back. I can give you like a lot more money. But you realize like, actually that boss was really toxic and that work environment was really toxic. Just don't go back to it. Okay, don't go back to it. Use your head though. Use your head. You know better than me. It's your life. But I'm just saying with the Five of Pentacles coming up, this is just saying, it's not saying that you are gonna hit any sort of like laws. It's saying that this week you may feel a little bit of that. You may feel a little bit like outcasted, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in your challenge area. Again, family energy is coming up, but you could feel a little like lonely, and that's why you may want to go back to like, all right, like I just want to have fun, and I'm going to go back to, Charlie or Dottie or whoever. And it's just like, no, come on, that's not great. So keep that in mind. Keep your chin up. And then if you need support, what's out there for you, okay? Remember, you're Beyonce, all right? Backup singers got you. Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto. You've got a lot of support. Reach out, okay? Helping Hands of America. Remember that? In the 80s or whatever. Look, hey, you're good. Don't ruin this, okay? Don't ruin this. You got the Magician with the Page of Cups. Newness, all this newness. Cups, what's going to fill you emotionally. And then the Magician in your external factors area. New beginning. This is where, we're talking about the hero's journey here. The Fool's journey. All right? You're starting this new journey. The Magician, card number 1, okay? He has the power to manifest whatever he wants. He's got all tools of tarot at his disposal. You see that there, okay? He's got the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, the Wands, all right? maybe you do want to pick up the sword at some point this week, but even still, you ask yourself, where do you want to direct that energy? Because you have that power now. Okay, it can be career, it can be love, it can be money, it can be confidence, it can be whatever you want it to be. But you're golden. You just have to take some action. Okay. Also, it's almost like you're just good. Like the universe is just fueling you right now. It wants you to have this. It's giving you this big push, in man, like things just happening for you. All right, pushing you toward your next journey. You're honestly, you're great. You're great. All right, this is really great. Just let go of this devil. Don't fall into this. The devil is a trap. Don't fall into the trap. Remember, this is a week with Mars trining Uranus. It's all about breaking free. It's all about that freedom from restrictions, okay, as well. And that's, you see the two people here, chains and the devil. So breaking free from those chains, like don't go back to things that you know don't serve you well, because you have so much to look forward to. You so much. You did get the Tower, okay? But where it falls in your spread, it's saying no more, okay? You do not want it, is what it's saying, basically. And that's really good. Hey, listen, I'm not going to lie. Some Capricorns actually do want it. You want this moment of, like, burn it down, build it up energy, okay? You want this moment of starting on a clean slate, okay? Some of y'all may feel like that is what's going to help you, all right? Because you are starting this new journey in your life, that may actually help you if you can just kind of like erase all, just cut yourself off from all those, things that that are not serving you well. Because the Tower is actually good for the power moment. I always say it doesn't happen to you; it happens for you, right? And so a lot of y'all actually want it. Y'all want it, all right? Especially with the fact that the Sun and Venus are in Leo, in your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation, and you are going through all this transformation. It's really crazy. But then there's a lot of y'all that are just like, no, I don't want any surprises this week. I don't want any unexpected events to occur. Things are already really good, all right? Just avoid that devil, all right? Now, lastly, you got the Knight of Cups. Hello, you're fine. Come on. You're fine. You're good. Listen, you have so much heart this week. It's not even funny. But again, I'm not surprised. Venus is in Leo, okay? Venus is in Leo. Leo is a native ruler of the 5th house, by the way. I hope you know that. You know that, right? And the fact that Jupiter and Uranus right now for you, Capricorn, are in your 5th house, it's a big thing. It's a big thing, all right? So it is a house of pleasure, fun, love, romance, family, children, creativity, self-expression, but you have the Knight of Cups. And so if you are in a situation where you are single, all right, don't go back to something that is not going to work for you, because someone is coming through. I mean, not only did you get the Page of Cups in your future, you got the Knight of Cups, Mr. Knight in Shining Armor, in your final outcome, okay? So, same thing if you're not here for love. Hey, career as well, okay? If you're looking for a new job, don't go back to something that that wasn't great for you. Something's coming through. The potential is there. It's huge. It's massively huge, all right? It's massively huge. And I really love that for you, especially because it's, you see that, I'm going to show you something here. You see that he's extending the cup. So he does want to share. He wants to share that cup with someone. All right. But this can be love or career. All right. Partnership and career, or sharing something, maybe joining a new company, or even, hiring, bringing on a new client, whatever it is. But if you're not here for either of that, again, it's self. What's going to fulfill you emotionally? What are you passionate about? what is going, you know, like if you're not here for love or career, okay? So this is also just you just wanting to fill that cup and just really just pursuing your passions. Again, he's just so, you know, he's such a romantic knight. He takes his time. He's very dreamy. He loves the arts. He loves, you know, very creative energy with that knight as well. But this is just really, and then Capricorn, you're killing me here. You're fine. You avoid that devil energy, you'll be fine. Okay? You'll be fine. You saw what just happened. Come on. I mean, you just hit jackpot. This, come on. Before I even get to that, let me just point something out to you. You got the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. You got 3 out of the 5 court cards in the Cups suit. Okay, so yeah, love is a big thing this week. Emotions are a big thing this week. Feelings and intuition is also a big thing this week. All right, Page of Cups is actually very super wonderfully intuitive. And there could be a message of love coming through as well. Pages are messengers, so keep that in mind. And also with the Knight of Cups and your final outcome, like, yeah, big time. And then there you go. You got the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so you are like, come on, you're fine, you're good. In fact, I'm just gonna put it out there in the universe. This is again one of your best weekly readings. You keep getting them, and I have to say that it's just this is a week where it was, you know, it could have gone either way. You know, like I said in another reading, you know, I've done a lot of readings for signs this week. Some have gone really like Barbie. Some have gone really Oppenheimer. Okay, and so yours is very, but both of them had, you know, they made a lot of money. So success in both of them. But even still, speaking of success, you just got the 10 of Pentacles, which is your kingdom come. Okay, it's like I feel like you're just good. Okay, this is, you see, it's raining pentacles, money and wealth in the form of the tree of life. This is how big this card is. I mean, this is completion. You've come into your physical realm. This is physicality. This is the most grounded. If there was anything that was going on with family, it's going to be fixed. There's a lot of family energy here, a lot of legacy energy here. Look how big the castle is. This is abundance. This is the you made it card. I mean, you're good. You're good. Not only did you get the 9 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread, you got the 10 of Pentacles. You got the King of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. You got the Magician. Come on. You also got the 9 of Cups. You've got the 4 of Wands. Like come on. Capricorn, hello. Magician in your external factors area, you are really starting this new, because the other thing is, remember, 10 is the end of the suit. All right, so it's almost like you're leaving one chapter of your life comfortably, moving into this next one that's just auspicious. You with the Magician here, there is going to be a moment where you could feel a little seduced, a little like also like remember how I said the 8th house is like secrets as well? It's also could be something like very like sneaky too. So don't fall for that double, and you'll be fine. You got the Page of Cups with the Magician, Knight of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles. You got the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, you're fine. Capricorn, you're good. You're good. Keep your energy levels high. Keep your gratitude high. You're amazing, Capricorn. Hey, putting this in the books, one of your best weekly readings, especially for a week like this, okay? And that's why this is so significant. For a week like this, where we have the sun squaring Uranus, and then it's just this really crazy, like, turnaround. Anyway, Capricorn, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would really, honestly, be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Next week, hey, Mercury going retrograde. But we also move into Virgo season. There's a sense of you ascending, okay, spiritually. There's a lot of that, okay? We'll talk about it next week. Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Capricorn. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.